Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 28, Episode 5. In the previous episode, I did everything that I didn't mention at the start of it. So I said I wanted to do the workshop, but everything else was sort of secondary to that. However, what happened is that I put a common room in, I did the visitation, I put doors into this sort of classroom there. I put additions in, well, pretty much this cell block was an entire addition. I'd pretty much finished it off. As you can see, we've only got this little bit in the centre to do. And the canteen, I added some foam moves in. Basically did everything other than the workshop over here. So this episode will be maybe definitely doing the workshop. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Right, so we will just speed up to max speed. As you can see, danger level is increasing. One of the things I want to do, and something that people have mentioned several times now, is that I should put in the walkways for the prison. So that's what I'm going to do, because that obviously increases the speed of people in here. So that's something that I actually agree with. We should have really got that up and running first. Now, people also ask, why does it go right at the back here? Well, it's because it just that's how it turned out. That's how it worked out. So yeah, there's no actual real rhyme or reason for it. It just, yeah, it happened like that. Right, let us put in some pathways. Now, obviously, some of these pathways, I wouldn't call them secondary, but some of them are definitely not ones that the prisoners will be walking on a lot, like this one around here. There's some more prisoners just turning up. That is fine. I just need to get a little bit more walkway down either side here and then into there. Okay, I might as well do the other side as well, because we know we're going to have it. And then this little bit, that little lip there, and that should probably do it. Now, I do want to furnish, I do want to start putting in the, I do want to start probably putting in the tiles and such before really anything else. Like, I normally just totally forget, I wouldn't even say forget, I just totally omit the floors and such in the entire facility and just go, I can't be bothered, we'll do it later. But I should really get on with that. Right, speaking of getting on with things, I'm going to go to my objects and then to the beds, and I want to put the beds in. So this will be the center. Look how clean this cell block is. It's nice, isn't it? I just want to put the beds all the way to the top there, and then we'll put the toilet in, and this will be this sort of cell block finished in terms of the, would you call it its capacity? I guess you would. Let's just go to our logistics. No, I don't mean logistics. The utilities. Logistics is one of the new tabs. Right, and we'll just put a little bit of small pipe either side, and that will plumb in everything that we need. There we go. That'll be that sorted. Go back to objects, jail door, spinny around, and then we'll do all of the jail door. And there's been loads of comments recently regarding the planning and how they're really happy that I actually plan loads of stuff off. So thank you very much for that. I'm not a big fan of actually just going, this is, let's just start and having not plan it off and have a little bit here and a little bit there and just add on and add on, and it looks really like a big mess. I like the whole plan everything off in the first instance and then build it from there. I don't know why there's been so many comments recently about it though. A lot of people saying that, it's a big change from what they used to seeing. I don't know why. Maybe some of the YouTubers doing it or something, but I don't know. I'm not the only one that plans. There's several other people that plan, but yeah, it's just personal preference, isn't it? Anyway, let's just go to visitation, and we're going to go to materials, and then we could put a wooden floor in. I don't know why, but it always seems to be wooden floor, but I'm trying to avoid it, because this place, I want to be very, not clinical, very industrial, I think. I want it quite industrial, so very little green. In fact, I'm not even going to use, I might use a bit of greenery on the yard, because it'll actually accent the fact that there's very little green. We'll have a little patch of green there, and the rest will just be concrete. So we might do that. I don't know, but I think if we want to keep it like sort of dark, I think mosaic floor is the way to go. I think mosaic floor like that in both of these buildings here. There we go. Right. In the kitchen and canteen, we are going to have to use white tile. That's generally what we use. Actually, we could use mosaic floor for the entire thing. Let's use mosaic floor for the canteen there. And then I want to put in, I like ceramic floor, but it is really expensive, like 50 generic units of currency per square foot. So that's not great. Look at that guy working. Wow, we've actually got people working in the kitchen, cleaning away there, or stealing something. Probably both. Right, let's actually have a quick look at our programs, we can see that we've got kitchen, health and safety, 3 interested, 3 finished, and only 1 passed. Workshop safety induction is there as well, so we will start that, and no equipment. With that, though, we will start furnishing our workshop. So, what we want to do is we want to just make logs. So we're not even going to bother with license plates, really. So I want to have workshop saws lining this entire area. So let me just roughly plan it off, because we don't know exactly how many we can fit into. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we'll have another set down there, so that'll be a total of 20 saws. And then we can have carpenter tables elsewhere. So that's a little bit cramped for my liking. Let me move it up a little bit to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to actually have the sides lined with table, by the way, so that's why I'm leaving a bit of a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then obviously we'll have our... It will be our... What was it? What are they called? Carpenter tables at the bottom here. I don't know how many carpenters we'll manage to fit in. But we won't be able to fit in many like that, will we? Right, what is a better way of doing this? I don't think there is a better way of doing this, because there'll be length of 3 either side like that. Okay, might as well fully, finish it off. Cancel the centre bit, there we go. That's what it'll look like. Then carpenter's tables will go like that. And we could have 2 carpenter's tables like that. FF! I'll fit in. Why has that guy currently got handcuffs on him while he's there? I don't know. Either way, we haven't done in a while. Shakedown! Might as well do a bit of a shakedown, see what happens, Right. Apparently 13 prisoners are arriving soon. Let's put a stop to that. We don't want any prisoners arriving now, because, guess what? We don't have the capacity. Oh, there we go. There's the tiles. Looks alright, doesn't it? Ooh, that guy's got a saw and a knife. Wow. That's interesting. What's also interesting is that my policy probably wouldn't have changed. So if I just go back to policy, or to my policy, solitary for attacked staff, solitary for found weapons. Here's a slight problem with this. I don't have any solitary. Okay, let's go to our rooms and then to solitary. And then we'll put in some solitary cells, because otherwise we will have a bit of a problem. So we will get... Oh god, we're finding loads of drugs on them and such. We're going to have to see where these came from. Let me just get a jail door on all of these areas here, because obviously this is where we'll have... Well, this is our security area, so yeah, we'll have to sort that out. There we go. Danger level increasing. I don't care. I do want to go to my intelligence. However, I haven't unlocked it through bureaucracy. So let's go for... We don't want to go for armory. We don't want to do any of this armory stuff. Contraband? Dogs? Where will it be? Well, I'm guessing it'll be contraband. And then we'll go for surveillance. Then we'll go for dogs. And then we'll unlock education, because we might as well. And do we go for tax relief? We definitely want to go for tax relief at some point, because obviously it's a very industrial thing that we're going for here. So, yeah, we'll definitely need that. There's that everything finished. So it looks like a couple of people are sitting in the solitary there. So I think it is about time that we... I actually need to change my meal. Do I need to change my meal quantity or variety? As you can see, we got... this is our current regime, and a lot of people said it's not too bad. Although we could extend it if we wanted to, but I think it's fine. I think we could extend to get an extra hour of work on either side, but if I do that, then they won't have time to visit, because I think visitation's 8 AM to 8 AM to 8 PM. Yeah, visitors 8 AM to 8 PM. So if we do that, they'll never have time to visit. So it'll be problematic. So basically they've got 2 hours to visit at the end of the day. If they're not working, you understand, because obviously we do have work time. Doesn't mean they have to be working all the time. Anyway, in that case, actually, with that reasoning, we could then increase our work time, couldn't we? Get an extra couple of hours on this. Yes, I think we will do that. Good work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Ah, the sound of incarcerated people. Working for pennies on the dollar. Yes, good, good. Right, okay. Now what I need to do is go back to my policy. And basically, if you do any of these, I always do a full search. If you do anything of these, so you get found with weapons, tools, anything like that, then you get a full search. Now, I think most of these will just require lockdown, okay? Most of these will be locked down. Intoxication, lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. Found with weapons, you got a solitary. Found with tools, you got a solitary. Drugs. We'll give them solitary. And found luxuries, I think we'll let that slide. We're not gonna give them a punishment. We will take them off them if we find them. You understand? They are technically contraband items, but we're not gonna punish them for it. I don't see why we should do that. Right, destruction. We want lockdown for 6 hours. Escape attempt. I think you're gonna get a full 12 hours for that one. Attack prisoner. I think we'll give you 6 hours. Same for staff. Serious injury. Same thing. Intoxication. We'll give you a 4 hour. And then found weapons. I think... Do we need... We'll just put... We'll give you 4 hours in the hall, I think. In solitary. Because solitary is a lot worse, isn't it? I don't want to put too much. I am going to reduce that down to 2 hours again. Because otherwise... We won't really be able to house all of the prisons that we have. We don't have many... We don't have much solitary. We only have 4 solitary. It's enough, but we only have 4 solitary, so just giving it 2 hours will be fine. Anyway, I think we will get on with this workshop saw. Workshop saws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll go to tables. And one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. And we've just missed out on a little bit at the back there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel them. The reason for that is, if I do it like that, it means I can... Oh, actually, we're not going to be able to do that. We're going to have to be a little bit different on this side, isn't it? Because I can't fit one in there. But I want to put a bin on either side. We don't have bins yet. We should really have bins in this place, so I'll put bins there. In fact, I think I'll go over to this area and put a bin in the centre of the cleaning cupboard as well. There we go. Right. As you can see, several prisoners working away quite nicely in this area. All good, all good. Excellent. Looks like we got some, we have some sheet metal turning up. I thought that was going to be an inevitable thing. We got sheet metal turning up. Right. I could have it as a dual thing. One of the problems that I've mentioned is that, and this has been, actually, I haven't really mentioned it in a while, but because of the way it works, you always get the sheet metal and you have to basically mess around with it. The only way you don't get sheet metal is if you have a constant supply of wood. It would be best. It would be best. It would. It would be best. Oh my good grief! Can't believe I just said that. It would be best if it was workshop, and it would designate. You could switch between the modes. So you could say this is a carpentry workshop. This is a, this makes license plate. This makes this. This makes that. But at the moment, it doesn't work like that, sadly. So what I might do is go for just a 50-50 mix of saws and presses, because then we'll just make license plates, because at the moment the forestry is very small, and then once that's done, once we've got that forestry up, and once we expand, more importantly, because we will be expanding if we have the time, I will then probably get rid of some of the presses and then put the other stuff in. So let's get on with that. So let me first check our... Actually, I was going to check this thing, see if it was about to explode, and although it isn't about to explode, it is getting close to the maximum power level, so we will capacitate the rest of it. In fact, I'll just max it out. There we go. And 23,208 generic units of currency there, and we're still going for these grants here. So we need to assign 3 prisoners to laundry, 3 prisoners to a cleaning cupboard. We haven't yet done that, so let's get on with that. Let's go to our rooms and then to cleaning cupboard. Clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy. Designate that as that. Go to deployment. It's not in deployment anymore. It's in logistics, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 people working there. Laundry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do us. I think that will do us for now. In fact, we don't even need that amount of people in there. And we're going to max out the workshop, because that's just how we're going to roll with this one. And there we go. So, I can receive some more prisoners if I open up my intake. How many we're going to get? 13 still. I think we'll just receive that. I think we'll just take that in. I don't think there'll be any problem with that one. So, I'm still waiting for funds on the long-term investment, although we have finished one of our other grants. So we go for education reform program, precision manufacturing facility. Oh, to make license plates, we could do that. Nutritional research, we're not going to do that. Education reform program, we could do that. I think we're going to go for manufacturing facility. There we go. So that gets the workshop not up and running, but enough for me to go to workshop press. And I think we will put 1, 2. We'll just press on the right hand side there, all the way down to the bottom. And then obviously we've got carpenter's table at the bottom. I might as well just have this entire thing finished off. There we go. Excellent. Right. Just going to go back to deployment for a second. Yeah, because I thought that one has changed, which it had. This one is all fine. They're fine. And that's done. Right, okay. Let us go to my reports. And then we need to go to programs. We need to open up, or we need to reschedule. There's the workshop safety induction done. Carpentry apprenticeship, nobody interested. A couple of other things here. Alcoholic group therapy is actually increasing, so we need to probably get that sorted. So I'm just going to go up to the top here and then go to my objects. And actually, no. Rooms first. Rooms first. We'll go for our classroom. I'm just going to designate all that as classroom while I'm here, just so I don't forget. And then we will have this area designated as a common room, which is that one there. Job done. And then we'll go to objects, and then we will put in some chairs and such. So chairs. Now, again, I'm not exactly sure. I always do this. I always go, well, I don't know which chair it's supposed to be. Some people say it's sofa, and in the videos they do use sofas. I'll just put a bit of each one in there. We'll see. That'll be fine. That'll be our alcoholics group therapy, and we will open that up. There we go. It says no equipment. We'll see what happens. The way to test in game, I guess, would be to only put the one and then see what happens. But that will be fine. It'll be fine. Right. Okay. As you can see, this is not powered, which we understand is because we haven't actually connected them up. So I'm going to run a little bit of cable either side, and then that'll be all that sorted. Obviously the carpentry tables down the bottom do not need such things. Let's just go to planning and then to walls, and then we're going to get rid of all of the walls there. In fact, all of the planning along here, because this is planning for the paths and such, which we don't need because we've actually got them all put in, as you can see. The reason they haven't disappeared, by the way, is because I used objects and floors and walls in places rather than the proper designation. So yeah. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Right. There's that sorted. Let me just go to objects and then to road gate. I'm going to shove a road gate on either side of the entire facility there. Then we're going to go to our materials and then to concrete wall. And then we're going to spend a lot of money building a very big-ass, large concrete wall all the way along to the other side. Right. Excellent. So, what we could do now, and this is something that people have mentioned in the comments, we could make these areas, these are deliveries, exports and garbage, we could open that up to the prisoners. Now, the reason we would do that is because it means that when they're working, they could happily take the items from and to the workshop. So they would be able to bring metal plates from there and bring it into the workshop. They could then take the license plates and put them in there. They could do that. However, I'm still not a big fan of it. I don't know why, I like the idea of them just going to work and them just, like, they don't see where the stuff's coming from. They are just supplied with it, and then they do it, and then it gets taken away from them. They don't really have any other involvement in the process. I don't know why, I just like that idea. It's a bit strange, I know, but still, that's what's happening. Right, anyway, 24,856 generic units of currency, and as you can see, the shower is actually getting quite full. So let's just go to our objects once more, shower heads. Then we're going to put a shower head on the top and bottom. We're just going to completely line the entire thing. That is more shower heads than is needed throughout the entire facility, but it is fine. We'll also put a couple of benches in. We don't actually need them because the prisoners don't use them. Actually, they do now and again, but not a lot, really, as far as I'm aware. Not a lot. There's that sorted. That's that put in there. You can see the prisoners out wandering around the yard. That's okay. Right. Foreman. Opening that jail door there. In fact, that reminds me, I want to put in metal detectors either side, and then we need to just do my little block off thing like that. That's because it It's basically, it is required. It is something that is required. Right, okay. Let me just open that road gate there and let the people out because we've got this big big wall all the way along there. Let me just go to my deployment and make sure all that is staff only. Excellent. That's one of the reasons why I did that. That's fantastic. And that is fine. Right. Utilities. Small pipe. And run a small pipe down and then along like that. That should be that sort of there. Oh. Have we found... Yes. Matthew McGregor. It's been found with tools. Naughty! Naughty. Right, I've just rescheduled all of our programs because the alcohol group therapy said it didn't have any equipment, but actually it does. It does here. Because, well, it said it didn't have equipment. Technically, that was correct when I first did it. Now it has because it's got everything in there, all the chairs and tables. In fact, it says there's a fairly big capacity in there as well. That's fine. Right, okay, foundation education program. There's a lot of people interested. Pharmacological treatment for drug addiction. We've got 2 in the queue, so we might start all that one. Now, yeah, I think I will start that. No teacher. Ah. Do you need a Oh. That's interesting. Led by a doctor in the infirmary. Right, okay, that's fine. Blocked. Ah, because you can't spawn in an area where you don't have view. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Reschedule that again. There we go. There's pharmacological treatment. We'll start another one because we know we do have 2 people in the queue. 1 in the queue. Still says 1 in the queue. Stop and stop. There we go. Right. Fine. So, it's work time. Prisoners are coming and going. Job done. I think what we need to do now is put in some more tables and chairs. Yes, we definitely need more tables and chairs, because as you can see, prisoners are scrambling for a seat, and they're not getting it. So we will shove all these in, and then that should sort it out. We could, if we want, put some seats right in the centre here. That doesn't really bother me, actually. I might as well put it in. There we go. Right. There's that all sorted. Okay, I think we will leave it there. Let's get utilities before I do anything else and plug that in so it's all connected up. I think we'll leave it there. Not too bad, not too bad. Next episode, I think we want to go back over our... I think we'll go back over the prisoners and see if there's any ones with traits, because we do have the intelligence tab now and such. We might have someone that we have to look out for. I know I don't have any protective custody. I don't have anything like that at all. And I wouldn't call it intentional. It was something that I did just... It was a complete admission. I did admit the entire thing. Oh, actually, I forgot about that. Then I realised we're getting low-risk prisoners, so we shouldn't really have a big problem with legendary prisoners or, really bad traits. So hopefully we'll be okay. Also, what I want to do is get in some automated door control and some CCTV, especially automated door control on these road gates, because obviously they'll be slowing people down and such. But as always, comments in the comments, and that could change what happens. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.